to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your bars, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Julie. I make a lot of videos about organization and decluttering so that you can live your best life and that your stuff doesn't weigh you down. So if you like content all about how to up-level your home so that you can spend time with yourself, your loved ones and your spouse, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video. And give this video a like if you enjoy small closet decluttering and if you need this in your life. This one is a bit of a twist from the last time that I did that video. I will link that down below because this is me pregnancy edition, so call it nesting, but this closet, this was time, man. I have a very small apartment and this is my personal closet with all my clothes in it. It's very small, as you will see, and so I've had to get really creative with the space, but it's been a good challenge. And I'm going to show you today how I reorganize everything, my process that I use. I have a method called the DMD 3-step process, which I will share with you. And I also wanted to let you know that I have a free 3-day mini course that you can sign up for below to help you start on your organization journey with a lot of new content. So let's jump in. The first thing that I like to do when I start an organization project or any type of cleaning is to listen to an audiobook or a podcast. Today I'm listening to the 12-week year, which I highly recommend. It's very motivating, so make sure you go and check that out. I can leave a link for it down below. And then my first step with all of these things is to take everything out of whichever space that I am decluttering. So you'll see that I'm taking out all my clothes, all the books, everything that needs to be donated, my shoes, the electronics in here. I even took the hooks off of the walls. That's how dedicated I was to getting everything out and having a fresh start, as if I was basically moving. That's kind of how I approach it. I also wanted to let you know that even though this was a little bit of a more in-depth project, it took me a little longer than maybe I would have liked, maybe about an hour or so. It still was an hour and 15 minutes, incredibly well spent. When you see the before and after, you will be amazed by what you can achieve in a very short period of time. So don't let time be an excuse not to tackle the things that you really need to do. So here I am taking off all of the sticky command hooks. I'm sorry that the video is a little bit askew, but you know, just keeping it real over here. Mom life, doing my best. But you get the point. I'm taking off everything. I'm taking off all the sticky residue. And I'm really reevaluating even where I want to place hooks, because I use that vertical space, because even though my apartment is very small, it does have very high ceilings, which I'm grateful for. And so we use that vertical space really wisely when it comes to storage and organization.
Time to shine, show me what you can do. Make a move. The way my hands feel on your body. We pretend sitting in the dark. With every move I make, you're falling. The way my lips feel on your body. The way we're moving in the dark. With every breath we take, you're falling.
And if you're wondering where my children are, one of them is playing in her room. She did this for a good 20 to 25 minutes, so don't give up. They can play independently while you do other things as they get older. So then the advantage of taking everything out, I know it seems like a hack, but then you can actually clean the space, because how often are you cleaning behind furniture? So I'm just taking my most beloved Dyson and cleaning the floor, and then using the short attachment to clean the skirting boards, baseboards, I think is what you call it here in the States, and just getting as much dust off, and I'm then also doing the same on the top level. And gosh, that hasn't been cleaned in a while, so I was really glad to be able to clean all of that out. And that's one of the advantages of just taking everything out. So don't give up. So after I cleaned everything, I put the little bookshelf back, and as you can see, I got really hot, so I had to take off my vest. You can really see my pregnant belly now, which is kind of wild. And now I'm showing you my room, which is like a literal tornado. And one reason that I like to do it this way is, you know, I can't sleep on a bed like that. So I'm very motivated, even though I'm tired, to get everything sorted out and put away, because we can't live like this. So that is one kind of hack that I use to reverse engineer making sure that I get it all done and I stay motivated. So here is where my DMD three-step system comes in that I was speaking about. I'm basically organizing things into categories. And the first D stands for the definitelys, so the things that I'm definitely going to keep. I find that, especially when you're starting to declutter your life, that is definitely the most helpful, because you know that there are things that you absolutely are not going to throw away or donate at this time in your life. And then the M stands for the maybe pile, and that's really where you're undecided. And that only gets to stay if you have space. So you have to do the definitelys first before you figure out the maybes. So keep that in mind. And it can be a challenging category for a lot of people, so don't be discouraged. Stick to your definitelys. Have the maybes as, you know, optional if you have room for them. And then the D stands for donates, or also like throwing away things in the trash. So now I'm really categorizing things and trying to make it easier on myself, because it is very overwhelming. Even though I don't have that much stuff and I'm not donating that much stuff this time around, I was still able to fill a few bags. So I'll show you all of that in a minute. So you'll see that I'm attempting to put like with like, so like all the electronic things go together, all the paperwork and admin go together. And one real motivator for me to do this closet is because everything kind of ends up in my little cupboard, because then I know where everything is. I was also getting so overwhelmed with being able to organize my paperwork. So there's certain things that need to be filed away, certain things that need to go in certain books, like the kids' memory books, all this kind of stuff. And I just had no desire to even tackle it because it was so unapproachable, if you know what I mean. So let me know if you've ever had this situation. Like, the idea is that this will create a momentum effect for everything else. So if I can see many projects within my closet that need to be organized, like my embroidery and needlework and sewing stuff, which I haven't touched in years, I really need to tackle it. But that's like a mini project in and of itself. I'm not going to do that today, but I was just avoiding it because it was stuffed in the back of this closet, and it was just so, you know, unpleasant to even think about that I didn't even try. So now I'm just trying to go through everything, and I discovered a new way to organize my clothes that I'll show you in a minute.
Put your arms around me and I'll let you know how it feels when time goes slow. And I won't let it rush when I see you dance and the moment comes.
So I asked myself, what clothes do I actually need to wear over the next, let's say, 3 to 4 months. So I probably have 3 more months or so of this pregnancy, plus we're in winter, which really cuts down to what I can wear. I can't wear any summer stuff, and I can't wear anything that I don't fit into. So I'm actually putting the majority of my clothes, dresses and all, into this wooden crate, which I repurposed from another part of our house. One of my mottos when it comes to reorganization and even decluttering is to not buy anything new. You know, I'm also impatient, so I don't want to go out and buy new things. I will only buy storage solutions if I absolutely need them. But I had this crate that was actually empty in our little hallway closet, and I thought, if this fits into my cupboard on the top shelf, which it did, I checked that it did, then I can actually put all the clothes that I am not going to wear for at least the next 3 to 4 months before I have this baby. I can put those away, and then when I'm ready to bring them out again, then it'll be summertime. Hopefully I'll be back to my normal size and I can wear most of them again. But for right now, they're just cluttering up my closet and I don't even need them. So I was really happy that I could put the majority of my clothes in this crate. It held a lot of stuff. And then I know that that's all like my quote unquote normal clothes for after baby.
Be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. We could be gazing at the stars, but now it feels just like I wandered off into a room and closed the door behind me. I never gave the key to you, even though I wanted to. I should be trying something new, but now my body's aching. I'm tired of dwelling in the dark, it's just that my heart can't take it. I didn't know what it would cost me when I let you go. I feel alone.
So super happy with myself that that box could fit and it looks so much nicer and everything is all contained. And then I also thought, you know, one of the reasons why closets get so messy is because we try and fold everything and that takes a lot more effort. So I'm going to try something new and I've actually hung up absolutely everything that I'm going to wear over the next 3 to 4 months. So all my maternity stuff and anything that I might wear as well. Except for like underwear and socks. I didn't hang those up. And I'm going to put those back into my closet and see how it goes. But I think it'll be a lot easier to maintain, which I'm really excited about.
It will never go away until we make up. I can't be myself. I never knew how much I needed you. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know. I just don't know what to do, 'cause it should have been you. It should have been you. I could be wrapped around your arms instead of being lonely. It should have been you. Another time, another place, I just know you could have been the one who made me feel.
I put all my clothes back and isn't it just such an amazing feeling to be able to put everything back in your closet. I can't even tell you how motivational this was and transformative of my space, and I really feel like I can see what the heck is going on. Makes me feel more calm, but also just doesn't leave this gnawing feeling of needing to organize my closet, which I've had for months now. I just haven't really had the energy or time priority to tackle this, so I'm really glad that I was able to do that today. And that's really what organization is for me. It's not about just organizing things in alphabetical order or color coding things for the aesthetics. Yes, that's a wonderful byproduct, but really it frees up so much more mental space for me. It frees up time to do what I really want, and that's what I hope I can inspire you to do by looking after your home. Your home should feel like a sanctuary when you walk in. You should be able to open your closet, not have things falling out and hitting you in the face, be able to see what clothes you actually have and can actually wear. And just like I've done, if you're in a period of transition in your life or it's seasonal, don't keep out your bikini if you're not going to use it for 6 months, you know, because that's taking up valuable space and it's creating a lot of visual clutter for you. So make sure that you are really having the things that you are using really at the forefront, because that is what makes organization functional. So I'm reattaching one of the command hooks because I'm going to move one of the bags and put it in a more practical place. So that's what I'm doing there, but you need to wait about 30 minutes before you can hang anything. So I just want to get that sorted out so that by the end of the day I can hang up my bag. And yeah, it's really coming together and it feels like a whole fresh new space, which is great.
Our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down?
things I mentioned earlier in this video is that organization starts the ball rolling for other things, and these were mini projects within my closet that I've been avoiding, putting away forms, putting things into my kids' memory books, which if you don't know what I'm talking about, I created a video all about memory books, so you can go and check that out in the description. But basically I save their most kind of precious things, and in this case it was my daughter's first haircut certificate that I needed to put into her book. So because I was able to now go through my closet and see where everything was, I was able to kind of just quickly put that in there, and then also create sub projects for later on that I can really start to delve deeper into that I didn't have time for today, and just also go through all like bills or receipts or things that really are not relevant anymore. They just really just add up over time. So I'm really glad that I was able to declutter some of that paper clutter and, you know, organize not just my clothes but also my life. So for me, part of the fun of organization is problem solving, and I realized that my large photo albums or the scrapbooks that I use for the kids and also just folders and binders did not fit into the cubes of this little bookshelf. So I got back one of the crates that had been on there earlier, and I put everything that was too tall to go in the cubes into the crate, so it's all standing up, kind of like I created an extra bookshelf. And again, I didn't buy any additional storage equipment or anything like that. I just used what I had and repurposed it, and now I can actually see what's going on. It's not super stuffed in there, which has been my tendency to just try and make everything fit. I kind of had to finagle the books a little bit, but now I can see what's going on, which is just so refreshing and really, really nice, and it'll help me to make sure that I keep that area tidy, and also to continue to declutter any of that paper clutter or books that we have. So before I show you the after, I wanted to quickly show you the before. This is what it looked like. Just a visual mess with stuff all over the floor, all these donation bags, my shoes lying everywhere. It was just obnoxious. And here is the after. So, as you can see, dramatic difference, big changes. So because, you know, pregnancy life, these are all the clothes that are either not the right season or I'm just not going to wear at least until like, I don't know, June maybe, if I can even fit back into them. So there's no point having them clutter up my tiny closet. So it's basically like a seasonal change for pregnancy. And then I decided that I'm going to hang up all the clothes that I do wear or that I can still wear, because hanging up things makes it so much easier to keep things neat and tidy. At least that's what I find. So I'm trying that out. I put this box back in here as a shelf because these things are too tall to fit in these square compartments. So we have like the only shelf that actually has clothes is underwear and socks and stuff. Then I have kind of crafting things that I want to go through, books. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's so much better, because the thing is that when you stuff things into a tiny space or into any space, you just can't see what you have and have no desire to organize it. So I've basically moved a few things around, things that I don't use often or I'm not using right now. My bag is here. This is still a big mess, but it's easy to tidy up, easy enough. I have all of these containers now that I can store away. I like these because you can basically, let's see, I'm trying to do this with one hand. You can basically do that, and then it stores nice and flat. And then I might just tuck them in actually right here with my tripod stash. And then as I need them, I can pull them out. Or maybe even here is even better. Put one right there. That looks good. Yeah, and then because I went through the stuff, I realized that I need to repair something right here. And let me hang up this belt. Just makes life so much easier. Looks good, right? Night night. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you is that I have 2 donation bags and then a trash bag. And yeah, I mean, it's so good to do these like little refreshers, and it didn't take me that long. I just got interrupted with kids and stuff, but had they been at school, I would have been able to do it without interruption. So there you have it. There's my tiny closet makeover with kind of the pregnancy stuff thrown in there, but really can apply to anything. I actually had a lot of fun doing this project, and as I said earlier, it didn't take me as long as I thought. So I would encourage you to tackle something that's been weighing on your mind, because it will be so worth it, and it will save you so much time in the long run. So when you're telling yourself you don't have time, know that actually you do. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and make sure that you click that like button. Make sure your notifications are turned on. Check out all the free resources down below. Make sure you get your name on my signature program, The Organized Mom. That'll also be down below in the description, and I can't wait to see you guys in my next video. Bye.
To a place where we don't know, about to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions, we'll get away, this is what we waited for.